Hello, and welcome to the Joel Wolfe Podcast. Join Joel Wolfe as she recounts her adventures in parenting, reveals her hard-won secrets to a strong marriage, and confides how we can all grow closer to God. You'll cheer at her victories, laugh at her calamities, and most of all, come away with the tools to tame the chaos in your own home with the courage to live life to its fullest, just the way God intended. Don't miss a single episode because life's better here.
Well, did you see our little posters up here? We have some cute posters. We have one on one side that is habits of happy couples over here, and we've got habits of unhappy couples. Now, you might find, my question to you is, where do you fall? Can you relate with both sides? Because over here we've got the man really mad and the lady crying. How often does that happen in your household? Or is it the other way? The woman's really mad and the guy's crying.
It can be the other way, that's true.
It can be the other way. And then over here we have habits of happy couples. And look, he's laughing and she's looking at him and kind of laughing at him or with him. What do you think? With him. I think so too. I absolutely think so too.
Sometimes it's at him.
Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of understanding. Happy, the word happy, there's a couple of words up here that we're going to be kind of playing off of. Happy means, out of the Webster's Dictionary, happy, you think, well, happy is everything's good all the time or something like that. Well, here is the actual definition. Happy is
Thanks for joining us today for this episode of the Joel Wolfe Podcast.
Well-being and contentment.
We hope you enjoyed the message.
So
don't forget to subscribe to receive more great content regularly and visit us online at joelwolfe.me, as well as on Facebook at facebook.com/author Joel Wolfe. Be sure to check out Joel's latest book, Courage in Chaos, which Dr. Kevin Lehman says inspires both the heart and the head in equal measure. It's available for purchase at her website. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, have a great day.
This week we had a couple unhappies. And I think actually those eyebrows look just exactly like mine were at that time.
But I didn't see anything coming out your ears, so I think we were okay. Hair was coming out.
No steam.
Okay, well, it's really important for us to realize that marriages really are in a continuum, and they're always in a state of flux. So if in your world, you're hoping for this happy marriage that is all the time, and since you don't hit that you have failed some way, no. That's just how life is. Life is relationship, and relationship is always going like this. It's always fluctuating. But I do want you to know that at any given time, all the time, we're always heading in some direction in our relationships. Mm-hmm. And it's so important that regardless of what's going on, that we put a press towards the happy side. Amen? I couldn't remember which side was the happy or the unhappy.
Run from wretched.
Run from wretched. We do not want wretched. Because they have found that if you are happy, let's say unhappy, you increase the amount of sickness in your life by 30%. Did you know that? That if your life is, and if your relationships are generally unhappy, you're going to have a higher rate of sickness.
These are just some of the fun reasons.
Yes.
Just some of the fun reasons is that you won't be near as sick.
That's right.
Fact is, wretched and miserable could mean 30% sick.
Probably. Your immune system is actually boosted when you're happy, when you have that sense of well-being. So it's really, really important. It also, if you're upset and unhappy a lot in your life, did you know that you could shorten your lifespan by 4 years?
4 years.
4 years. So it's very healthy to stay happy. So not only is
That's because you want to die.
That's probably true. Or you want to kill each other. Maybe you're killing each other.
You do kill each other. It's true. People say that. I'm going to kill you.
All right. Well, and everyone here sitting in this room, we have quite a continuum. We're talking about the continuum between happy and unhappy. We also have people in here that are single and have never been married. We have those that are maybe divorced or separated or widowed at this point or married. And so we want to kind of address you all the way across the board that we're going to be giving you guys a lot of information over the next couple of weeks. And hopefully if you are married right now, you can start putting some of these to action because we're going to give you some real basic things that you can go home right now and work on, just right away. But if you're not not married or single or for whatever reason, I want to really encourage you that this could be stuff that you can put together for your future relationships, that you can keep pressing. And also for you to have an apt word in your mouth for those who are around you. Because everyone knows, single or married, you're around married people that need help, right? So you can definitely be the one to be able to speak into them. All right? Well, I wanted to take marriage, and this, especially as we're starting off here, to kind of reduce it down to the most simplest formula. How many of you guys have ever wished that you could just like put your marriage into a formula? Okay, so I have it. I worked on it, and I've got one, okay? So we got to, you going to do my writing for me?
No, I'm just going to get you a marker that works.
Oh. Well, I got a mic that works this time, so that works. Can we get the lid off? Does it work? Yay. Okay, so here's the formula of marriage, okay? So write this down. I am a note taker, so I want to make sure that you guys you got your pencils out and your paper out. Okay, marriage is this, and I'm going to put it in the context of Dwain and I, okay? Because this is my marriage, right? Marriage is, got to erase that.
Here, you've got erasing. You don't have to use your finger.
D, which would be Dwain, plus J. Can you read that? Am I writing big enough? D plus J. You want the plus bigger? How's that? D plus J. This is an algebraic equation.
Stretch your eyes today.
I'll have you know, because it is a little complicated than plus one. Times. See that? Times. That's an algebraic times. Okay, or we can do that. Times. Habits. Times. Personal growth. Follow me here, okay? Times reaction
RTS
to stress divided by
over time.
You following me? Y'all here? Time, because everyone knows that marriage is over time, right? And it changes as time goes. And this equals I'm not writing very good, to Z.
We ran out of room, that's all.
Okay, so all of that equals A to Z. Now let me do a little bit of understanding now for these variables and for the answer. Let's first start off with the answer. A stands for...
I'll write it for you.
He's rewriting my stuff. A stands for... Okay, you're going to write for me.
This is the way it works at home, too.
Okay, so it equals A. A equals, or is, absolutely amazing marriage. Okay? And you're going to write all that down?
I don't know how to spell.
Absolutely amazing. Just leave it there. And then Z means zillions of reasons why you wish your marriage would end. Okay, so that's down on the Z.
How do you spell zillions?
We'll just leave it at that. Zillions of reasons why you hate your marriage. M would stand for, and this is halfway in between, moderately enjoying your marriage.
Mediocre.
Mediocre. I don't know how to spell that one. Moderate. Yeah, there you go. W would be wishing you could figure out how to get out of this marriage.
Wishing you were gone.
Wishing you were gone. And G, somewhere between A through Z, would mean...
I'm really good at texting.
Okay, up there, here's G. We're up at G.
Golly whiz.
Golly whiz, I like this marriage.
No, good.
Pretty much. Good.
Good marriage.
Okay. So here we have the formula for marriage. We have D plus J.
I thought you had one in between.
Well,
P for poopy.
Well, no, we
That
aren't going to
wasn't in
say
the
that
sermon.
word. Okay. Habits times personal growth times reaction to stress divided by time equals A through Z. Okay, so there we have it. Let's, now, reaction to stress means that everyone has tough stuff coming at them. You can't order up what stress you're going to get in life over your marriage time. How many of you have ever had stress over your marriage and during your relationships and all that kind of? Did you order that? Did you plan it? Could you say yes to some and no to others? No, it all came. But the difference between if that's going to affect marriages positively or negatively, if marriages are going to make it, it's the reaction to. Everybody say reaction to.
Reaction to.
Okay, I have met people who have gone through hell in their marriages. They have had affairs. They've lost jobs. They have been all sorts of, trouble, sickness, disease, and all that kind of thing. And they still are happy and they're still smiling. Did you know that? They still make it through. They are able to heal and get through because it's not the issue that happens. It's our response to it. So don't be talking about all the stuff that's coming at you. Yeah, it's tough and you need encouragement through it. But let's work more on our response and reaction to each other during it. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. PG, personal growth. That means that all throughout our marriage, each of us personally have had to be on a growth curve of our own. And the more that we grow on our own, the better our marriage becomes, all right? Now, just to take a moment here, I'm going to have some fun. I brought some pictures. So I'm going to relate this formula now to Dwain and I personally. So let's go back to the beginning of the formula. The beginning of the formula starts with Mr. Wolfe, Dwain Wolfe. That, my friend, is a picture.
This is the scary part of the sermon today.
That is the man that I met. That's what he looked like when he was just getting out of college. And see that cute car there? That is what we dated in. That's what he came pick me up in that, the first date. Isn't it cute? Look how handsome he is. He was so wonderful. He was so strong and dashing and debonair and confident and amazing.
She was as gullible as could be.
So Dwain had lots and lots of positives that I absolutely adored. Now, he met a girl, and her name is Joel. That's me. What do you think of that? Okay, you like the car? That was my first car. And Dwain...
That is the green Pinto.
Dwain painted that black stripe on it just for me so I'd be cool.
Can you see the black stripe on it? It needed a Starsky and Hutch additive, kind of a Starsky and Hutch kind of a feel.
Okay, but that's the girl you met. What did you think of the girl you met?
She was cute. She was amazing. She was fun. She was full of life. She was adventurous. She kissed good. She smelled good.
Yeah.
She laughed at my jokes. That stopped quickly, but nonetheless... she was amazing.
Yes.
She was amazing.
Okay, so we met, and we got married within about 6 months.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Don't tell him that.
Okay. Well, we got married. Aren't we cute? I made that wedding dress.
It was about 8 months, honey. 8.
Something like that. So we got married.
Might have been
so
9.
then after we get married, we go on our honeymoon. See there? Look at him. Isn't he cute?
Okay. Stop. That was kind of in the 80s. Unbutton your shirt. Even if you had one chest hair, it was in Magnum PI, and
That was us. Aren't we cute though? We're at
help us, Lord Jesus.
We were at Bush Art Gardens there, and we are just loving it. We're having just a blast, and he's got it. I've got my big fluffy hair. And actually, you can't tell where my hair stops and the bushes start up there. And Mr. Wolfe, yes, he is quite... Look how he's holding on to me.
We were into hair.
He doesn't want to lose me there.
I had so much hair back in those days.
Yep. Now, the problem is, look how loving we are there. The problem is the very next day on our honeymoon, we had one of our very first fights, and it was nasty. Do you want to tell him about it?
Well, she was kind of wimpy and not used to being around... fast-driving men, and I had learned through the course of many car accidents how to drive fast. I had gone to the automotive training of crash, and so we were on our way down
up. We were going up. I swear we were going up Mount Baker.
We were coming back from Vancouver and Victoria, and we had gone up to the top of Mount Baker, kind of a scenic rendezvous to kind of smooch on the top of the mountain or something. And on our way down from the mountain, the automobile in front of us was going way too slow.
This is a 2-lane road, hairpin turns, and we're on the outside of a cliff.
Which you never have liked cliffs very well.
Never.
And but nonetheless, I passed this automobile.
There was a car coming around the hairpin turn.
There was a car coming.
As fast as we were going.
It was a good distance away. I had plenty of sight distance.
Right there.
There was no problem whatsoever. I was able to speed up
hairpin turn, you can't
rapidly.
have sight distance.
And since we were going downhill, it was obvious I would have plenty of time to gain speed and get around this car before we crashed.
Okay, so he runs the other car. Oh my word, everybody was in the ditch.
Did any horns honk?
I can't remember.
There you go. See there? No horn.
I was screaming, okay? My horn was honking.
That was the only horn.
And I thought for sure we were going to die. So for the next hour and a half, we're screaming and yelling at each other about how he took my life. We never had kids even, and we almost died. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, my word. So we had this huge, huge, huge fight. All of a sudden, I realized that my cool, debonair, strong, awesome man was controlling, domineering, mouthy, and thought he was going to run the show.
You forgot reckless. You forgot reckless.
Negative situation here. He had his positives, but now all of a sudden I'm realizing.
I had you snowed till then, huh?
I know. So what'd you think about me at that point?
I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was in trouble. The cute, loving, laugh at everything, friendly person was now critical, hyper-judgmental, scared, mouthy, negative, unbelieving, distrusting.
So all of my positive characteristics.
And probably was going to ruin my whole school of driving future.
So we had this thing going on. So we realized at that point in time that obviously we had married more than we thought we had. In fact, he tricked me. Anybody ever felt like that? What? You tricked me.
I didn't hear it in the monitors, but it's true. I did. That's true.
You tricked me. Anybody can relate to that?
Anything to get you.
Don't raise your hand. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we get home from our honeymoon. We survive it. We're still married. And starting off right away, we start building a house. And that's my husband there with his father, of which moved in with us almost immediately.
This was a pose, by the way. We set this photo up.
That's the plans, house plans. And we continue to build this house, and we do the whole thing. Go ahead. I'm in nursing school. Dwayne's got his first job in the ministry. We are stressed to the max. That's up roofing. We pounded every nail on that house. We did everything. Go ahead and that's it.
Borrowed every tool, too.
Borrowed every tool. We owned nothing. I came, it was time to plumb, came home from a nursing late night deal at the hospital, and he's sitting in the middle on the floor of a roughed-in, framed-in house with 1,000 plumbing pieces all around him and a book from the library, How to Plumb Your House. I was scared. I said, "You got to be kidding me. You told me you knew how to do this." And he said, "Kind of."
Well, I'm just sharpening my skills.
Okay. So then as soon as
I wrote this book. I need to reread it once in a while.
As soon as we sold that house, then we started again. Look at him there. See the truck there? We bought the truck with the proceeds from the house. So it was
another trick number 3.
Positive. So then go ahead.
Needed a new truck.
That is what I lived in for 9 months while he's building the house.
Trick number 4.
It was stressful.
Just be here for a little while. We'll build this house.
Yeah, right. There it is.
So notice we had fancy things hanging from the awning.
And then smack dab in the middle of building this house. Yes.
Trick number 5.
Look at that. That is Jasmine in the bundle. And that is Dwayne behind those.
Foster grants.
Yeah, right there. And then right after that, a second one was born.
Trick number 6.
We're stressing out now, can you imagine? And then Pioneer woman.
Trick number 7 and 8.
Pregnant and barefoot.
Look at that hair, honey. You're amazing.
I'm not happy there because we're camping. We did this thing where we'd always like to go out.
You should never camp when you have a lot of children.
Just before you have your next baby, to kind of celebrate, the fact that your family.
Where do you shower?
There was no running water at this place. I was not happy, except for that river there.
It was running. The river was running.
In the midst of this, we're starting the church. We're building a church. We're going through all of that kind of thing, and just stress. And I'll have to say, the beginning parts of our marriage, I did not react well to stress. See this R here? I spent more time going mad and angry and frustrated. Now, you might say, well, Joel, all those things that happened to you were wonderful. Yeah, you're right. No cancer, no affairs, no lost jobs, none of that kind of thing. But it was still stress. But my reaction to it was horrible. It was awful. And I gave him the hardest time during all that time. I was like, I was happy on the outside a lot of times.
Are we recording this whole thing right now?
I was mad on the inside. So for a lot of years, yeah, see? But you know what? My personal growth curve, see this thing right here? Helped me because I had a mighty man who was helping me, but I was on my knees and praying and learning and growing as a person, as a Christian. I was becoming a good Christian. And part of becoming a good marriage is individuals becoming good people.
Thanks for joining us today for this episode of the Joel Wolfe Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the message. Don't forget to subscribe to receive more great content regularly and visit us online at joelwolfe.me, as well as on Facebook at facebook.com/author Joel Wolfe. Be sure to check out Joel's latest book, Courage in Chaos, which Dr. Kevin Lehman says inspires both the heart and the head in equal measure. It's available for purchase at her website. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, have a great day.